Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today, we're going to Fairhope, Alabama, and we're going to review Fairhope Brewing Company's Take the Causeway IPA.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome once again to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing and talking about and giving some history on. And today is going to be no exception. We're going to do that once again for you. Appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and cheers that notification bell if you have not done so in the past. And also check us out on social media. And this is the first time we've ever announced that we now have a Discord channel. So be sure to check that out in the links. We're just kind of getting it going. So it may be a little quiet there right now, but check it out, say hey, and we'll get back to you. With that, what are we drinking today?
So today, we are going to Lower Alabama. Lower Alabama's first craft brewery, Fairhope Brewing Company. Take the Causeway IPA out of Fairhope, Alabama, just outside of Mobile area. This comes in, I believe, at 8.2 ABV and 77 IBUs. So let's crack it and get drinking. I know Ben's thrilled.
Yeah, the 77 IBUs. We'll see how that fares in this one.
Oop.
And mine
Oh, geez, Louise. What the?
What did you do to these, Jay, before you handed them to us?
Golly.
I didn't do anything.
Wow.
We got this at Hop City. So
Yeah.
Who chose this?
Who took this to Colorado and brought it back?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. We get to use our please stand by once again. All right, and we are back. We all had to clean up a mess here with the Causeway IPA. Definitely extremely pressurized in all three cans. Interestingly enough, of course, we did all get this at the same time. This came from a recent trip to Birmingham when we were all there. And so we got them all out of the same batch. So I guess we just got unlucky there. But with that, let's jump back in. Andy, what kind of nerd out information do we have on this one?
cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
mates.
sorry. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Let's drink. I need something, man. It's been a long day. Well, it's a good thing this tastes good because that blowing up was going to negatively affect the score, but they've totally redeemed themselves.
Little Dumb and Dumber reference there. Huh?
Not much information out there on Fairhope Brewing Company. This is it's an American IPA made with Citron Simcoe hops. And Fairhope Brewing Company was started in 2012. Mm-hmm. Like Jay said, Lower Alabama. It's on the east side of Mobile Bay. Mobile is on west side. And that's about that. It's a lovely little town.
Yep. They have a great little tap room there that I frequent when I head south. Guys there are great. I've known several of them. I know a couple of the investors and the owners. So great group of guys, and highly encourage people to stop by.
So do you stop by there when you go to the beach, or is this you go to Mobile specifically? Okay.
No, I've actually been to Mobile for a conference or two. But typically when I go to the beach, I'll go down through the Daphne area or the Mobile area. I've got some connections there where another brewery that just opened in the pandemic called Braided River, and I think we've had one or two of theirs. But Fairhope's been around much longer. Fairhope was the first Lower Alabama brewery established, like Andy said, in 2012. So they've been around longer. Craft beer only was legal in Alabama around 2008, 2009 from the Free the Hops. So I think if you remember on Good People on their cans, it says brewed legally since 2008. So
right.
So these guys weren't too far behind it. Bunch of guys that went to school, believe down at Birmingham Southern. So.
And just because I don't know, I'm curious, what is considered Lower Alabama? Is that south of Birmingham, or is that even lower?
Yeah,
even farther. Yeah,
but I mean, like, does it start Birmingham and lower, or is that Lower Alabama, or is it
got to be
really
lower than
just
it's got to be
the
more
beach
south
area?
than they don't consider Montgomery Lower Alabama, do they?
Yeah,
Auburn and Montgomery, that's considered Lower Alabama
in some cases. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I pretty much considered from the top of the north point of Mobile Bay down as Lower Alabama.
Well,
like
that's what
the
I was
handle.
wondering, honestly.
Just depends on who you're asking, I guess.
Yeah. I guess so. That makes it, because they do print that on the can. Lower Alabama's Craft Brewery. And you're saying it was the first, just made me think, what is that actually,
I guess so many people want to be from LA down there,
Yep. That's what
like,
we used to call it, was LA. It's a different world.
I'm sure the people in Fairhope are thinking, Montgomery, what are you talking about?
Yep.
It kind of makes me think of that time then when you're living in New York and you were playing the game and the guy said, hey, why don't you let somebody from the South play it?
Yes.
And where'd you say he was from?
I was playing, so now I got to tell a story. I was
Okay.
playing Big Buck Hunter with my wife, and we were in a bar playing, and guy taps me on the shoulder and says, hey, why don't you let somebody from the South play this game? And I was like, somebody from the South is playing this game. And he said, where are you from? And I said, Mississippi. And he just turns and starts walking away. And I'm like, no. Where are you from? And he said, Maryland. So just like, yeah, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
So,
What?
So-
South of New York.
yeah.
So
exactly.
maybe he was hitting on you. I don't know.
Could be. It's New York.
He liked your shot.
I mean, this face. How would you not? I mean,
But I was kind of hoping I could find information about, it's hard to see the tag on the Pelican, the 51 number on the ankle, any significance of that. But again, nada.
So they have another beer that's really good. That's one of my favorites. It's one of their year-round staples. It's called 51. It's a 51 Pale Ale.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good question. I'll ask the guys and figure out the significance. I was actually with one of the investors today. Saw him, and he and his dad, who's a buddy of mine. They were actually going up to Nashville for the Roger Waters concert tonight, but which I'd known, I would have thought about asking him. So I'm sure there is some significance tied to either the time they were in school or where they lived down there or something.
Do we have any more Fairhopes to review? Do we have one more?
I think we have one more. Yep. We picked up one more on that trip. I don't remember what it is.
Probably the 51 would be my guess. I picked up, I think I got both of those. So it's a pale ale.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the highways down there. Is that they got
Highway
59?
51. Yeah, 51
That's
runs
Mississippi.
right through Mississippi. Yeah.
But there's a 59. That's what I was.
59 is the one that takes you down to Gulf Shores and Orange Beach.
Mhm.
That's the main road through there.
Yeah.
There might be a 51 over there in Fairhope. I was trying to remember. I travel that road, but I don't pay as much attention as we once did with maps and things. Now that you have Waze and other GPS functions.
Sure.
So, but
All right.
I will get an answer by the time we have the 51 Pale Ale.
Better.
Yep. And we can definitely post something in the description on both of these. Obviously, if we have the 51, we'll talk about it at that point. But I'll try to come back and post that in the description below. So if you are truly interested in why there's a 51 tag on Pelican, you can check it out down there. All All right, let's rate this one. Jay, you've had this before.
Many times.
Yep. Andy, have you had it as well?
Have
Okay. I have not that I can recall. I've had some other Fairhope, but I'm not going to be the one to reach for the IPA, so I don't believe I've had this one. So
you would probably like their amber.
I love their amber, actually.
Yeah.
So I like their amber a lot.
Amber, therefore I am, I think is what they call it. So
yeah, so their amber is good. So I'll go first on this one. I think it's I do like it. I think it has a little bit more bitter than I would like. Just again, it's bitter is always the thing that turns me off the most, but it's not too much, so it's definitely one that I would drink again. I think it has a lot of good flavors other than the bitter that you can pull out of it. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
well,
right score.
I took a half point off for the spewage,
Clean up your house, Fairhope.
that's biased, man. I mean, come on.
Well, I enjoy it too, and you get that bitter aftertaste, but on that front end, it's like almost like a honey taste. It's got a little sweet to it, and it's sweet like a honey to me. No, not a lot of citrus in there, so I'm going to give it a 7.5, and I'm still a little irritated about the explosion. Now I got to clean up.
We'll see if the 51 does that. But so this is one of my favorites. If I can find it, I grab it. I do really enjoy it. I agree with you, Andy. It's got a little more complexity to it than some of your other standard American IPAs, and it's not the citrus aspect. It's more of a honey. Ben, you would absolutely love. They did a variant of it one time, and several growlers of it over the course of several months. But they had done one where they mixed it. They added guava to it, and it cut that bitter, and it was fantastic.
Wow.
So guys at Fairhope, if you can bring that one back, it was wonderful. But this is a good one for me. It's a kind of a standard beer in a lot of ways. I like it as an 8.5.
All right, that will give us a 7.8 for the Take the Causeway IPA from Fairhope Brewing Company out of Fairhope, Alabama. Definitely an interesting IPA, one that I think you would be remiss if you did not pick up if you come across it. So be sure to do that. Again, be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers to that notification bell, and check us out on social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and now Discord. You can hop on our Discord channel and check in with us and whoever else is in there. For Andy in the attic, I don't think I mentioned you guys at the beginning. I didn't introduce anybody, right? Everybody knows who we are by now. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.